Like, the cover-up's proven. Yo, shout out Philly D. I probably wouldn't even be a content creator if it wasn't for him. Seriously.
DOJ is hiding Epstein documents that contain assault allegations against the president. Right? And that's according to an NPR investigation that tracked down over 50 missing pages from the Epstein files. One allegation describes a 1983 incident where a 13-year-old girl was allegedly assaulted by Trump.
Boom. Boom. Assaulted by Trump. Boom. Okay? Like, I mean, with these Epstein files, like, we've all just been waiting for, like, a direct allegation. Like, Donald Trump diddled me when I was a little kid. And, like, despite the fact that they released a bunch of files, like, we really didn't have that smoking gun. But we also knew that they were redacting a bunch of stuff that they weren't supposed to. And, like, now we just have, through NPR, they're crack journalists, they're Nancy Drew investigators, I guess. They're saying, okay, well, we have the allegation, 1983, Donald Trump diddled little girl. I believe it. All right, let's see about it, though.
Appearing twice in the release files, once in a PowerPoint and once in a list, and it was flagged as serious enough to be sent to the FBI's Washington office for an interview.
The FBI interviewed her, right? Like, this ain't your local policeman, all right? Like, this is like the FBI. The FBI thinks that it's a federal crime, right? That there's international interest, right? You know, and they interviewed her multiple times, by the way. You know, it's less likely that it was just some BS. Like, there had to be some kind of evidence that was at least questionable.
Took it seriously. Discovery documents from the Ghislaine Maxwell case reveal that they interviewed the alleged victim 4 times, but only the
4 times for a sexual assault allegation. Like, number one, like, that means that they have, like, something bad, right? Or whatever's being accused of has like some serious evidence behind it, right? You know, and again, it's the FBI. It's not even just like the local police.
This interview, which doesn't mention Trump, made it into the official database. In 7 of the 15 documents surrounding this accuser, they're missing. And in total, at least 53 pages of interview notes, they're gone from the files. Now, you still have Trump spokespeople saying that he's been
just the fact that they're redacting anything at all is like smoking gun proof that he definitely did something that they're hiding. Because, like, why else would they do that? It's illegal, right? And then Trump could so easily slam dunk. Like, if he wasn't in the files at all, like, he would never shut up about it. It's like, and as you know, I wasn't even in the files. I mean, he is kind of still saying that, but, like, you can tell that he doesn't really believe it. Like, he knows he's in these files a bunch. That's why he's trying to say, whatever's in the files isn't really that important. You know what I mean? Because, like, of course he's in there. And, like, the stuff that they're hiding, they've probably destroyed a lot, too, already. Like, the really bad stuff that was the most obvious, like, any video of Trump is for sure destroyed. Gone forever. You know? I just wonder who did it. And I wonder who knows about it. Right? But there's probably so much material that they can't even remember it all. You know? Like, it's going to be interesting when whoever inevitably writes their little tell-all book, because they're up to some really intense crime right now.
There is explosive brand new reporting new today on missing Epstein files and shocking testimony from a witness that has made an accusation against.
Look, nothing against this lady, but, like, how can people talk about, like, a pedophilic cabal of billionaires that have infiltrated the White House and, like, have such a flat affect? Like, damn, like, this doesn't piss you off? What the fuck? I mean, I get, like, she's probably like, yo, it's 4 o'clock. Like, my shift's about to be over. Like, I'm ready to go home. Like, more Trump bullshit. But it's like, damn, like, where's the urgency in the mainstream media? Like, what the fuck? Like,
None other than Donald Trump himself. It is reporting that suggests a cover-up inside the Trump Justice Department. And
suggests a cover-up? Like, the cover-up's proven. Yeah, this is, man, like, I wonder how this is going to be in, like, the textbooks, like, whenever my kids go to school. Because it's like, we knew, we know. Like, we know, we knew. We've always known. Like, it's like idiocracy, bro. Like, we've known that the president's a pedophile for a long time. And it's like, really, we're just splitting hairs. Like, really, we're just splitting hairs here. Like, we knew he was censoring stuff. Now we just know what was in the thing that he censored, which, hook, line, and sinker, was about him raping a little girl. The end. like Like they should be reporting of like the Epstein file says that Trump molested a little girl. Like straight up. Like the FBI was in on it. Like they knew. You know? I wonder why they didn't follow through. Like why was it not followed? Like why did nothing happen? What happened to this accuser? Shit, like I don't know. And I do agree with like protecting the victims, but damn, it would be really helpful to know who that person is right about now.
Could be a possible explanation to a question that has dogged Donald Trump throughout the entirety of his second term as president, the entirety really of the Epstein scandal. In the face of
It was also dogging him like his first presidency because that's when Jeffrey Epstein died, right? You know, I'll leave it at that.
Major public backlash, including from deep inside his own political coalition. Why is Donald Trump working so hard to block the release of the Epstein files? Our colleagues Lisa Rubin and Michael Schnell confirm news first reported by independent journalists Roger Sollenberger and NPR that the Justice Department has withheld files that contain allegations that Donald Trump sexually abused a person who was a minor at the time. That is despite the fact that the Justice Department...
I mean, and here's the thing. It's like the Venezuela thing. It's like we knew it was coming. We knew that's where it was heading. Even though he's saying the exact opposite, we know that's probably not true. And now here we are. Here we are. Today's the day. What is it? February 24th. All right. February 24th is the day that we know for a fact the Epstein files accuse him of being a diddler. The end. The end. It's historical as fuck. Thanks for sharing the moment with me.
Now legally mandated to publicly release all of the Epstein files. NPR reports that more than 50 pages of notes and memos about the FBI's interviews with this accuser are missing. A source who has viewed the documents tells us this, quote, a woman interviewed by the FBI in July 2019 about her Epstein allegations is the same woman who alleged that Trump forced her to perform oral sex on him 35 years ago when she was 13 or 14.
All right, so I'm guessing that they were just doing two-mans with little girls on a private island in the Caribbean. What the fuck? What the hell? How are people not outraged, bro? I guess they are. I mean, but how are people not like rioting in the streets and shit? It's like, why is nothing happening? Like, I feel crazy. It's making me lose faith, you know, in America. Because it's like, damn, even in England, they're getting shit done. I mean, they might not even have a king and queen anymore over this shit. But, like, here, the president's about to just give a speech saying, yeah, all that shit's bullshit, whatever. Insane.
Years old, and he subsequently hit her. That allegation appears in a 2025 PowerPoint presentation detailing each of the FBI's Epstein-related investigations and a spreadsheet of unconfirmed tips that were called into the Bureau's National Threat Operations Center. MS Now can report that the FBI interviewed her 4 times.
4 times. You know, and look, here's the thing. Innocent until proven guilty. I do truly believe that. Allegations are allegations. Just because someone investigated you doesn't mean you necessarily did anything. But the fact that he's hiding them and not explaining, or just not even releasing the evidence of, like, what absolved him, right? Like, that is the nail in the coffin. Right? Because if this were you, and here's the thing, it's like, I don't even know if I can even like put myself in the mindset, right? Because like, I don't know what it's like to be a billionaire with infinite resources, right? But like, if an allegation was brought against me, I would use everything in my power to release evidence to prove that I didn't do it, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, these are some pretty hefty allegations. Like, these are like conspiratorial, international, eyes wide shut shit, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, and he's just acting very guilty. Like, you know, like, I'm really trying to like benefit of the doubt. Like, and I was really an Epstein like skeptic. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of embarrassing. I was like, yeah, Epstein probably killed himself, like whatever, just because nothing ever happens. Like, you know, that's just too fantastical for me to believe. But it's like every turn I've just been proven wrong. It's like all this shit is just as bad as all the craziest conspiracy theorists have been saying and shit. Like, I don't know.
From only one of those 4 times, one of those 4 interviews is publicly available. In a tweet, the Justice Department denies that anything has been deleted. adding this explanation, quote, all responsive documents have been produced unless a document falls within one of the following categories: duplicates, privileged, or part of an ongoing federal investigation, end quote. We have also reached out to the White House for comment and have yet to hear back. In a statement for MP.
I mean, they're literally getting ready for like the State of a Union address. Like, I mean, technically he could address it there. I don't know if America's ready to see that though. Do people even like, I don't know, like if you're watching the stream right now, that means like you're super tapped into like the authoritarian takeover America, so like you're hyper online. I don't think the normies really understand like how deeply in the shit we are, right? Like to the, and there's been other moments like that in American history, like during like Iraq and Afghanistan. It's like, you know, like weed smoking college kids were like, yeah, this is fucked up, like America screwed up for this, and they were right, but like this is like threatening the future of America. Like it's unlikely that we'll even be able to continue if like this MAGA white supremacist project continues, and it's like so deep and involves so many powerful people and shit, like, and it's so morally depraved.
However, the White House claimed that Trump has been, quote, totally exonerated on anything related to Epstein. Now, we do not know if this allegation made against Donald Trump about a 13 or 14-year-old victim is true. But
yeah, I
we
guess
do
not.
know what the FBI thought. We know what they did, at least. We know they took it seriously enough to interview this person several times, and that the accusation came up again in 2025 while Donald Trump was president again and facing massive pressure to release the files.
I mean, also, it's just like the fact that it was in the past and then it got brought up again is just like, look, like someone should look into that. Like what is, like that should be public knowledge. Like what are the details of this case? Because again, it's like a sexual assault allegation against a child. Like it's a very hyper crime. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of relevant like to who runs the country.
She ain't born, she was born, then she born.
Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he.
This is like of all the lies in this whole Epstein saga, this is 100% the most egregious, because it's like, it's such a claim. Like Jeffrey Epstein, the international child trafficker with networks all around the world and blackmail on everyone, didn't traffic to anyone besides himself. And you know that for a fact, to the point where you wish that was the case so you could have done it yesterday. That's cap. That's fucking cap. That's cap. That wasn't true. Like, that's so provably untrue. And that's spoken like someone who truly believed that the Epstein files would never get released. They really thought they could kind of like bureaucratically like hold it up. But say what you want about MAGA, like they really wanted that shit to be released. And there's just kind of no way to explain why you're not releasing it unless you yourself are in on it, right? Like all the conspiracies were true. You know? I don't know.
To other individuals, and the information we have again is limited.
So the answer is no one
for the information that we have
in the file.
For the information that we have, right? He thought that like that qualifying statement might help him, but it's like, okay, here's the Epstein files. You had this, right? Like, of course you did. Of course you did. Did you just not look? Like that's probably the only defense he could really put up there. I just didn't look, or I couldn't find it. There were a lot of files. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me not give bad people good ideas, but just admit that you're incompetent. I mean, maybe that's a way out for you. Like when the Nuremberg trials inevitably happen, you know,
in the case file.
No one. The files were withheld. Why did the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, tell Congress in a letter 10 days ago that, quote, no records were withheld or redacted on the basis of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity, including to any government official, public figure, or foreign dignitary? We're also learning about these missing files on the same day of Donald Trump's State of the Union address. A half a dozen Democrats will bring survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse to Congress to watch that speech. Missing files from the criminal.
I predict that he's gonna like insult them to their faces, like "fuck you, victims."
She ain't born, then she born.